Right. Just got off the bus. And here's what I noticed today, particularly today. Very subtle targeting. Okay, so they're going back to the sullenness. Like I said, I talk about this. And whatever they shit don't work out, don't plan out the way they think it would plan out, they go back to targeting you very subtly. You'll see no cops, no cops, right? And then they'll start to increase again, right? They go through the same thing. So you'll talk about the hands. The hands in the hair, combing their hair with their hands, but their palm is facing outwards. Okay? Alright, this is how they're masking with the palm fixation drill. Alright? Yeah, oh, they're mad. They're mad because I got their ass on film. I have to put their ass on blast. Like I said, fuck them. Fuck them and their mama and their papa. Right? This is again, start to see, look, hand goes up. Look. In the hat. Look at her. Yeah, lady, you're giving me everything I need. Oh yeah. Come on, lady, give me everything I need. Thank you. No, they're mad. They're mad. And that's cool. I'm mad too. Oh, spoke as soon as I'm at 32. License plate NWH032. That's a Florida plate still. So yeah, even out of town, right? Even out of town plates. Yep. This is what they're doing, y'all. Oh yeah, keep watching that. Oh, another thing, the sticking out of the pinky finger. Like she just did across there with the clock. Alright? Sticking with the pinky finger, then the middle finger. Watch. And then the pointing finger now. Alright? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, see the red car? Number 32 will pull up. License plate 3279H02. Temporary plates. Okay. Alright. They're showing you guys how they do it. After the hand signal and stuff like that, the red car pulls over to the bus stop. It didn't stop me. He just wanted to get my attention. Alright? So understand those things. Now her all the way over there, she's flashing her ring, her gold ring. Her gold rings. Yep, going to talk about it, going to show it. And she just walked by. She got a nice booty. But that's what they do, right? I remember when early my targeting, when I used to leave the house, very early.
But it still takes
I used to come out on the, come out my apartment building, walk down the street, and I have women, either with big butts, and they will bend down in front of me, either to tie their shoelace or to fix their shoes. And it was constant, you know what I'm saying? Constant. And guess what happened when that was happening? Guess what my mind was saying, right? My mind was saying the word ass. Okay? And I couldn't get the shit out of my mind. Every single time I saw a woman with they would do it purposely, same women with big asses. I guess they figure because, I was younger, I like that. But that's all black men. We like women with big asses. Not too big now, some of us. But yeah, that was happening. And this is when I talk about how they were trying to, after that, they were trying to become a team by having teenage girls do the same thing when I was eating. So if I go to a restaurant, whether it be McDonald's or fast food joint, like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, what have you, Chipotle, they will always come to me trying to ask me questions, and then the next table in front of me, one of them would literally go in front of the table, their back face towards me, and literally bend over on the table. But at the time I didn't know, because when they drug you, they soften your mind up to and again, putting things in your mind to make you behave negatively. And again, many people don't want to believe this, but it's purposely done so you can behave in a negative manner because of the narrative they have set forth for you. Or they're trying to, but once you get to understand what it is that they've done to you, particularly how they've done it, right, then you can combat a lot of those negative programs. Okay? Because then they go through this, we would call it ritual abuse, but, there's religious people involved in this stuff, so I guess if you want to call it that, that's one part of it, is the ritual abuse, where they do this over and over, like poisoning your food. Like I said, I haven't been eating IHOP in years, okay? I haven't eaten IHOP in over 10 years, actually, okay? That's to tell you. In over 10 years, I have not eaten an IHOP. 4 times straight. I took my kids there. At the time, it was only Bryce and Ethan, because, Ethan was young. Remember, I used to go all the time. Well, not all the time, but, we went a few times, all right? Particularly during the summer, But the last 4 times I went, man, I had food poisoning. The last time was so severe, it traumatized me. And I never went back to an IHOP. There's an IHOP right by Pam. They had opened up one there. I didn't go. I'm like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And when I called the health department to file a complaint, I did it twice, they did nothing. But that's what they do, right? So my advice to TIs is that if you enter the restaurant and you're throwing up afterwards, save some of that and put it in a bag. And if you can, file a complaint with the Department of Health and ask them that you have a samples of your of what you threw up, and see if they'll let you bring it in. Freeze it, put it in the freezer, what have you, such and such. Particularly if you're home, get a Ziploc bag, put it in there, freeze it, and call the Department of Health. A lot of times when you're going through these things, you don't think about doing those things. You're so traumatized, you're so confused. You have very little time to think outside of the targeting, and this is how they kind of imprison your mind, right? In this targeting scheme, all right? This targeting program, I should say, this Coercive Persuasion Program, this thought reform program, this mind control program. You got to understand what's being done, okay? And people may look at my video and be like, oh, it's ridiculous, whatever. It really don't matter to me, I don't care. They're not important. What's important to me is TIs. Those are the ones who are important, so that they understand what's going on, so that they learn, particularly new TIs, that they learn, they don't fall into these traps, that they put these evil motherfuckers on blast. Because that's what they are. They're evil. They're following Nazi agenda. Okay, but these programs come out of the minds of white supremacists and the Nazis. Simple as that. I go back to always saying that the Nazis got their ideas and agenda from the American eugenics, okay, which was to do what? Exterminate black people, particularly black people, but also to get rid of those that were considered mentally unfit in the society. All right, because without the American eugenics movement, probably Hitler and his SS wouldn't even come up with the idea of, that. But this is what they did. They look at the American eugenics movement. They see how they were blaming certain people for the negative conditions in society. And I look at them because I'm looking at the nails. Yeah. Right. So. Anyway, so they were blaming certain groups of people within the society for they call what they say the degradation of society, people who are mentally ill, black people, and such and such. So, like I said, I understand the truth. So when you know the truth, this stuff don't surprise you anymore. I mean, it did at first because you didn't know. And go do the research. Go and do the research, okay? And you'll see. I'm telling you the truth. So when you find out the truth, you're not going to be surprised. Also read this article called Peck Analysis of Evil by Krabach. Okay, and it's a case study on the Nazi psychological program on the German people. Okay, and it's a very revealing and riveting article, and it's a pretty long article. It's about maybe 15 pages or so, but you get to understand. And the funny thing about it too is that I can see the same thing being done to black people, and they're the very same group that they have targeting you and I, right? The very same group in America that is marginalized, okay, that is put out to the world as negative, with negative stereotypes, by whites, supposed to white media, and so imagine how much evolved their psychological program have become. Okay, could you imagine in Germany in World War II if you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna. I don't want my video banned. The YouTube take shit out of context, because I say certain things. So I'll leave that for a separate video, which I'm going to dig into the psychological aspect of those, not only the SS, right, but also the German people, and coincidentally the German people, the majority of whom, didn't have blue eyes and blonde hair. Okay. All right. So, something to think about. Okay. The bus is kind of. Here comes the patriotic theme with the American flag on the side. Yeah, of course you can go to the store. You can see it. I can see it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Anyhow, look at him. Look. Step out of the way. Trying to block the camera from showing. She start moving forward. Okay. All right. Like I said, I don't care. Y'all can look at your shoes. I do not care. And I'm gonna say it over and over, and I'm gonna do it over and over. He stick his tongue out, see you walk past me. See, cowards. They don't. Cowards there. I tell you, there are times when they get so emboldened, and I guess their shit get exposed. All of a sudden, they don't want to be on camera anymore. Some of them, as he walked past me out of the range of the camera, he stuck his finger. He stuck his tongue out at me. Turned towards me, stuck his tongue out at me. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, they're mad. They're mad. They're mad. Let them be mad. Let them be mad. No, Let them be mad. Let them be mad. I'm gonna continue to record every single day, like I said. So let them be mad. Okay? And there you go. Like I said, fuck them. Yeah. Well, see, retaliatory shit. You gotta wait for a bus now. I've been waiting for something. Hold on now. I didn't even tell the time right now. Look at that shit. It's about 18 minutes now. Waiting for a bus. Shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay? And the last bus stop, where this bus goes, is not that far. It's not that far at all. From the spot that I'm at right now, which is Unified Church Avenue. It's not that far. But it's what happens when they, they retaliate. They do all kind of shit. So I guess what it is that right now they're running their street theater, calling it out. Right? And so that's why. So the longer the bus takes, again, because they keep sending new people in, with the targeting. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. That's fine. I got no problem with that. There you go. There you go. Yeah. That's right. That's right, brother. They're cowards. So they are. They are cowards. Alright, I'm gonna go check to see what time this bus is gonna be here. I'll be back with another video. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys next video.